Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is a profile on Mr. Roland Jones. Mr. Jones is the author of a book called Standing Up, excuse me, and Standing Out. And of course, Mr. Jones, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
And to tell you how delighted we are to have you here, Mr. Roland Jones, because I guess many years ago, we had another television show called Black Pulse. And I think at that time we had an opportunity to interview you. And even then, you were involved in just a whole variety of activities. But now I understand that you are a motivational speaker and as well as a keynote speaker. And so we want to certainly take advantage of your knowledge and your information in reference to that, and to talk about this book that we understand has received raving reviews in many quarters. Let's start off, Mr. Jones, by talking about your background, your education, and your experiences, and some of the things that eventually led you to us this morning. And then during the second segment, we'll talk about the book itself.
Well, you know, after college here in Nashville and in Mississippi, I spent 3 years in the Army. And then I taught in the Memphis City school system for 1 year while attending broadcast schools, as a matter of fact, in the evenings. And in 1964, I landed a job as a radio announcer. It was a dream job for me back then in the heart of the Mississippi Delta. And you know, an interesting thing happened, and that thing convinced me that every obstacle is an opportunity. I got fired from that position. I tell you what happened is the president of the company called me one day after I had signed off reporting the news, and he said, don't report that news on Martin Luther King, because we don't take sides with Martin Luther King or the Ku Klux Klan. I said, wow, Mr. I don't take sides. I'm just reporting the news as it comes off the press, you know. And he said, well, it's company policy. I said, yeah. I said, wow. And I just reported news on civil rights workers getting murdered by the Ku Klux Klan. And he told me they don't take sides with the Ku Klux Klan or Martin Luther King. And to put Martin Luther King in that category, it kind of blew me away, you know. And all kind of stuff started hitting the fan after that, and I got fired. That's the bottom line. And I hit the road and went to Chicago, and ended up as a management trainee for McDonald's. And we'll talk about some of those details later. But you know, from that McDonald's experience led me to some great opportunities. And the first day on that job, I scrubbed trash cans.
Good.
I started with 2 other trainees. They worked on the inside, I worked on the outside. We'll talk about that a little later. But as a result of what happened then, I had an opportunity to go and break the color barrier in McDonald's Corporation in Chicago. Okay. I happened to be the first African American on the corporate scene there. And of course, was a leader in starting the Black McDonald Owners Association, which is now the largest business networking system in the country for African Americans, as a self-help organization. And of course, after I spent 12.5 years in McDonald's Corporation, I came to Nashville to become a franchisee, a McDonald's franchisee. And of course, I got involved in the Nashville community here, and I opened several McDonald's franchises, and retired from McDonald's, and then went on to open another franchise. So over the period of my business career, I've owned 4 different franchises, as well as been in some other businesses. So I guess you could call me somewhat of an entrepreneur. But now I'm a motivational and keynote speaker and an author, and proud author of the book Standing Up and Standing Out.
And wishing to use the information and the experiences that you have gained in terms of motivating other folks. And I'm reminded of one thing as we make preparations for this first commercial break. I'm reminded of one thing about working inside and working outside, and how the trash cans had to be cleaned. And I can imagine that you were the person that decided to clean the trash cans when everybody else really didn't want to clean.
Well, I wouldn't decide to clean them. You know, I was assigned the job to clean the trash cans.
You did a better job in cleaning them than anybody else, I would imagine.
We'll have to talk about that too on the show here. Hopefully we can talk about that.
Very good. But, and of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break.